Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome
Welcome.
to you.
Mama Murder.
Mama Murder. Yeah, apparently we're changing the name of the show to Mama Murder. Welcome to Mainly Murder with Meg and Mum. I'm Meg.
I'm Mum.
That's Mum.
That's Mum.
So today, there's a hair caught in me tablet crack.
Oh, thank God it was...
Me tablet crack.
Not your muchacha.
No. Anyway, so today we're in America.
No, we're not. We are currently sitting in sunny Australia. It's meant to be winter, but...
Yeah, it is quite nice weather today.
It's cold outside, but the sun is beautiful.
Yeah, I just turned the heater off when we came back in. I forgot to turn the heater off when we went and got our Hungry Jacks. So, today we'll be talking about...
Just answer it and be done with
You
it.
just said accident. Because it was really quick.
Oh.
So, anyway. So, today we'll be talking about Colleen Stan.
Oh, Colleen Stan.
Have you heard of Colleen?
No.
Okay, well, you're about to.
I haven't heard of ones we've done, so the chances of me hearing of someone we haven't done.
You vaguely heard of...
No, some of them when you start on about it, they're like, oh yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Anyway,
I remember that.
Colleen Stan was born offshore flying stuff. Colleen Stan was born on the 31st of December, 1956, so right on New Year's Eve.
Oh, really? That'd be a shit birthday.
Oh, it would be.
Like Christmas Day. Shit.
Yeah, we've had this discussion
I
before.
know, but it's always going to be shit. Christmas and New Year's. It's like, let's have a party. Well, we're all going to parties. Fuck off, bitch.
Yeah. So 31st of December 1956 in Eugene, Oregon, USA. Colleen was 5'6" and weighed about 135 pounds or 61 kilos.
I was just going to say, can you convert to
Yes, I have
to English? Thank you.
She had long brown hair and blue eyes. Colleen was the middle of three girls. Her parents divorced when she was 3. The girls are primarily raised by their mum, but they had a good relationship with their dad.
Okay, cool story. Next person.
And she lived happily ever after.
Yay.
Nothing bad happened to her.
Oh, that's good.
Colleen dropped out of high school, and just before she turned 17, she married a boy named Tom Smith.
Was that his real name?
That was his real name.
Okay.
But dropping out of high school and getting married...
Yeah, but...
at 17.
Yeah, but you're thinking the time... No, it would have been on the end of that time.
Well, she was born in 56, so it would have been, what, 60s, 80s, 70s?
The
Maths
50s, if she was born in fucking 56.
Yeah, but she was 17.
Yeah, so, it would have been start of about the 70s.
Yeah, well...
Early 70s. It just still seems...
It still seems young.
It does to us, yeah. Couldn't think of anything fucking worse. I wouldn't get married at 60, let alone 16. Anyway, that's a topic for another day.
That's for Mama Murder. So they lived together in Ohio.
Idaho?
I
don't know. You're telling the story.
Ohio. So they lived together in Ohio for about a year, but then Colleen returned to Oregon to get her high school degree and moved in with her friends Alice and her boyfriend Bob. So she left the husband. She moved back to her
Did
home.
all that happen when I said whose car's that?
Yeah.
What happened to the husband? She was married at 17, divorced at...
They lived together for about a year in Ohio, and then she returned to Oregon.
Okay, fair enough.
Colleen was described as a caring friend, loving daughter, and devoted sister. She would send cards and write letters to home.
Oh.
On Thursday, the 19th of May, 1977, Colleen decided she was going to visit a friend to wish her a happy birthday.
That was the year we moved back from Tassie. We lived in Tassie for 3 years. Came back in 77.
Okay, well, she decided she was going to go see a friend for her birthday.
Okay.
As she had no car or money for a bus, she decided to hitchhike. Late 70s.
Normal.
Yeah. She lived in Oregon, and this friend lived in Westwood, California, which is about a 10-hour drive.
Wow, that's a lot of hitchhiking.
Well, at this time, hitchhiking was normal, but also there was an estimated of over 20 serial killers active in this area between 1970 and 1980.
Holy shit.
So there was Rodney Alcala, Randy Kraft, Herbert Mullen, Ed Kemper, Richard Chase, and the Hillside Stranglers were all active in California.
Bloody hell. She picked a good time?
Yeah. She set off on Thursday and told her roommates that she would be back by the Saturday.
Bet she wasn't.
By about 4 p.m, she'd managed to get pretty close to California and was less than 100 miles or 160 kilometers left to travel.
Oh, okay.
She was searching for her next ride when a couple in a blue... So she was like sussing out the... So yeah, she'd suss out each drive before. There was like at one point like a group of guys in the car. She's like, no.
Yeah, good thinking.
She was searching for her next ride when a couple in a blue Dodge Colt stopped. She had evaluated each driver before jumping in the car with them and thought this could be a safe option.
Sorry, it just seems like a weird comment that if she ends up dead, do you want me to put a pin in that?
Yeah.
Come back to it, because
I didn't know.
I was like, oh, she's a suspect driver. How? How do you know she's...
Well, she probably...
How?
To get nearly...
Seriously, how does someone who's writing this or did the story go, she evaluated each car and went, oh, there was 5 in that, I'm not getting that. So unless she survived until a certain point and told people, well, how do you know what the fuck she did? She could have jumped in any car going by.
Well, she got pretty close to California, so there must have been Anyway, so she thought this was a safe option. It was a couple with a baby.
Well, I'll never trust a couple with a baby. God.
Yeah, they're fucking weirdos. So the couple was the hookers. There was 24-year-old Cameron and 19-year-old Janice. The couple had met in 1973 when Cameron was 20 and Janice was 15. After a little while after driving, she began to get a weird vibe from the man driving as he kept looking at her from the rearview mirror. They struck up conversation, like asking where she was going and why. Colleen told them that she was visiting a friend for her birthday. Cameron asked if her friend knew she was coming, and Colleen replied, no, it will be a complete surprise.
Oh, Colleen, if you were smart enough to fucking read the room getting in cars, shouldn't have told him no one knew where you were going to be. Colleen.
After about 30 minutes of driving, they stopped at a petrol station and Colleen used the bathroom. When they were on their way again, when Cameron told the occupants in the car that there were some really cool ice caves nearby.
Fuck no.
So they were going to check them out.
Oh, my God.
So Colleen was like, look, I'm getting a free ride. If he wants to stop and look at some ice caves, I guess we'll stop and look at the ice caves.
Oh, I wish she'd said, look, I'll just stay here at the petrol station and get the next hike.
Well, no.
Yeah, clearly.
He drove the car.
Wouldn't have a fucking podcast, would we?
Yeah, she's on a true crime podcast. He drove the car down a dirt road and seemed to stop in the middle of nowhere. He turned the car off and his wife, Janice, and the baby got out. He then put a knife to Colleen's throat and told her to put her hands above her head. He then bound her hands behind her back and bound her ankles with rope. Colleen was then blindfolded, gagged, and he put a box over her head.
Oh, Jesus.
It was a wooden box that had multiple metal hinges and leather reinforcement straps.
Just something he found lying around?
He made.
He didn't make it on the spot.
No,
I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, he planned for this fucking...
Yes.
And the wife's not much fucking better, is she?
No.
Although she's probably thinking if he's doing it to someone else, he's not touching her.
Well,
shut up.
The interior was lined with foam, rubber, and carpet, which blocked out the light and sound. This was secured around her head and neck and felt claustrophobic.
Ugh.
She then felt the car taking off again. After a little while, they came to a stop and the box was taken off her head and she could smell that her captors had gotten hamburgers and chips. So they
off her food.
They stopped to get food so then they could just wait in the car till it was dark and then take her into their house.
Oh.
They were off again, and the next time the box was taken off Colleen's head was inside a house. She was taken down to the basement where Cameron instructed her to stand on an ice chest or a esky. He then tied her wrists with leather straps to an overhead pipe.
Oh, Jesus.
And she was now trapped in a Y position. He then undressed her. He started to run his hands over her body, and then suddenly he kicked the ice chest from under her.
Jesus Christ.
Colleen was now hanging in a Y position with her wrists, arms and shoulders starting to burn with the weight.
Yeah, she was supporting her own weight.
Yeah. Cameron told Colleen that if she screamed, he would cut her vocal cords like he had done with his captive before her. He then began whipping her.
God almighty.
Cameron went back upstairs.
How are you into this shit? How do people listen to this stuff?
Well,
makes you sick hearing this sort of stuff.
It is really fucked up.
There's creepy fuckers out there. There really is.
Well, this guy is up
At least
there.
tell me there's a happy ending that someone beats the fuck out of this cunt when they catch him.
Cameron went back upstairs
God,
and her blindfold... What? Oh, and her blindfold had now moved slightly. She could see that she was in a dimly lit basement. It had 2 small windows that had been covered with black plastic, and she could see pornographic magazines that had images of women hanging up like she was now.
Oh.
Cameron then came down to the basement, this time with Janice. The two then stripped down and had sex right at Colleen's feet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
When they were done, Colleen started to see multiple light flashes. He was now taking pictures of her.
Oh, my God.
After this, he took the straps off her wrist and let her down. He put the wooden box back on her head, and she was forced into another box. Cameron had been addicted to violent pornography. Early in their relationship, he had forced Janice to get undressed and tied her to a tree. After years of kinky sex and being submissive, Cameron and Janice struck up a deal.
Okay, she got him fresh bait and she got off the hook. Fuck you, Janice.
She wanted a baby.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Breed. For God's sake, breed. That's what we need. More mullets like you around.
Your heart rates.
Oh, my heart rate's going through the roof again. That's what you need to keep everything on when I get angry. Oh, it just shits me this stuff. It's just like, there's some fucked up people out there. There really is. They should have been fucking drowned at birth.
Should have
let
been
them reproduce. Gee, yeah, that's right. Swallow, Janice, swallow.
Anyway, so she wanted a baby and he wanted a sex slave.
Oh, my God.
The next morning, Colleen was released from the box. Cameron gave her some food and water and then tied her spread eagle to a table and put the box back on her head. He then would come back and take her off the table and suspend her from the beam. She was constantly blindfolded and whipped. With the box on her head, she obviously couldn't see anything or couldn't hear anything. So Cameron would
Why couldn't she hear anything?
Because it was like insulated, this box.
Well,
she couldn't, it was
say that.
soundproof. I did at the fucking
Did
start.
you? Okay. Well, I was probably throwing up at how disgusting it was.
So Cameron would randomly touch parts of her body and then stop. She never knew if he was actually in the room or not until he touched her.
Yeah.
This continued over the next couple of days. By Saturday, the 21st of May, her roommate Alice started to worry that Colleen hadn't returned home. But she chalked it up to maybe Colleen had stayed in California a little longer as her mother also lived in California.
Oh, well, don't ring or anything.
By Monday, Alice called Colleen's mum.
Oh, about time.
But found out that she hadn't seen Colleen. On Tuesday, Alice called the Westwood police and then got in contact with...
Hang on. Sorry. She called the mum on Monday, thought, I'll fucking have a sleep and think about it, called the police on Tuesday.
Look, I don't fucking know.
God, glad I'm not living next door to Alice. She's fucking useless.
Who the fuck is Alice?
Alice, that's where it came from. Well done, Alice. Sorry, Alice, if you're real and you're still alive, but Jesus Christ, what do you wait for?
On Tuesday, Alice called the Westwood police and then got in contact with Linda, the friend that Colleen had gone to hitchhike. She'd hitchhiked to go visit her.
Yeah. How about ring her first, Alice?
Linda told them that Colleen had never ended up at her house.
Oh, no surprise there.
This set
no
off
surprise
more,
for Linda.
This set off more alarm bells, and Alice ended up putting a missing persons report in with the Eugene Police Department.
On what? Friday?
This just
Friday fortnight? When did we decide to do that? Oh, we've all spoken. We're unanimous. We've taken a vote. Something's happened.
The description read: Stan, Colleen, Jean. Date of birth 12/31/56. White female, 5'6", 135 pounds. Long light brown hair, blue eyes, freckles. Last seen wearing grey t-shirt, blue jeans, plaid jacket, brown shoes. Has sleeping bag, sweater and purse. So back to Colleen. Colleen learnt quickly that if she did things like refuse food, it would cause Cameron to whip her more. For 23 hours a day...
She's trying to survive at this point, wasn't she?
For 23 hours a day, Colleen had the box on her head and was chained to the table or hung up by her wrists. She thought about escaping, but Cameron was larger than her. And when Janice came down to the basement, she carried a gun. She also, because she was blindfolded, she didn't really know what the house looked like.
Yeah, of course. So she wasn't going to be able to go, I'll go upstairs, run to the left and out I go.
Yeah, it wasn't like she was, used
she
to
had no
the
idea.
Day after day, the box was taken off her head. She was given a glass of water, a simple meal, and used a bedpan. Then she would be attached to the table again. Cameron did have the realization that keeping her chained up wasn't going to be great for her long term, so he spent the next 10 days building a coffin-like box. One day, a large padlock was used to secure a chain around her neck, then a chain which ran the length to her ankles. She was then placed into the coffin-like box. To increase the soundproofing, this box was inside of a larger box.
Oh my God.
She was kept in this box for 23 hours a day. The 1 hour she was out, she had food and water and was whipped and photographed. Colleen wasn't washed. She'd lost about 20 pounds or 10 kilos and she'd stopped menstruating.
Well, Yeah, there'd be nothing on it. She's down to like 50 kilos at this point.
About 3 months after she disappeared. On
3 months?
Yeah.
Don't hear me.
3
months these fuckers had her.
And for 23 hours of the day. It was like a prison, like 23 hours.
She would have been better off in jail.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the hour she was let out, she got a little food, little water, and then was
was allowed to have a crap.
Yeah.
And that would have been it. Jesus Christ.
So about 3 months after she disappeared, on the 25th of June, her mum and dad went to Eugene to collect her things. They also went to Eugene police station to see if they had any news, but there was nothing. As they drove back to California, to get there, they had to drive past Red Bluff on Interstate 5. They would have passed within about a mile of the house Colleen was being kept at.
Yeah, but they didn't know that.
They didn't know that, but like looking back, you're like, wow, I went past that house. And she was in there.
It'd be horrible.
Cameron
what could have been.
Yeah. Cameron Hooker had nothing in his childhood that would suggest he would turn into a monster. He was raised in a traditional family. There was no abuse, no parents divorced, no dad beating mum.
Well, maybe there should have been.
Maybe a backhand would have been fucking great.
I think
for
a
Cameron.
backhand would have done him the world of good.
Cameron was born on the 5th of November 1953 in Alturas, California. So he's only 3 years older than Colleen.
Yep.
While he was growing up, the family would move every 2 to 3 years due to his father finding work. His mother would stay home with him and his younger brother, Dexter.
Oh, God.
Out of the two of them.
Did they do a series on the brother? I think I watched it on Netflix.
The brother seemed to be fucking fine. You'd think out of Colin... No, what's his name? Cameron
and Dexter.
You'd think Dexter... Sorry if your name's Dexter, but like, come on.
That's a good TV show.
I still haven't watched the new 2 series.
Either have I.
We need to,
Yeah, continue.
Anyway.
Focus.
He was described as a happy, quiet kid who was sociable. During high school, he didn't really have any friends. He didn't join any clubs, but he did excel in his woodworking class. Cameron.
You planted that seed.
Yeah,
because you were real enough named a minute ago, and I'm like...
Well, because her name's Colleen.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's where I got Colleen. But he did really well.
Would have been easier if the killer was Dexter.
Exactly.
Would have been much easier.
But no, that's his brother.
Okay.
He loved learning about tools and machines and building things. Hence probably why he's really good at building weird fucking boxes. In 1972, he graduated from high school and went to work for a local lumberyard. During puberty and his early 20s, he had fantasies about dominating women. In 1973, through a mutual friend, 20-year-old Cameron met 15-year-old Janice. Janice was described as a naive and insecure girl with frizzy brown hair and wire-rimmed glasses. Janice was the youngest of 4. Her father worked a lot, so he was rarely around, and her mum was described as strict and reproachful. As a child, Janice had epilepsy. Her father believed that people who had epilepsy were possessed by demons, so he would stay away from her even more.
Oh, my God.
How fucked up is that?
Yeah.
Dad, could I have a hug? No, demon child.
Says the woman that always messages me telling me she's throwing my grandchild into a bin.
He's feral.
Well,
he's not a demon, but he's fucking feral.
Yeah, well, but look how his parents.
She was also often told that she was stupid and that no one would love her. So you can kind of see how she would
settled
at 15.
For the first person that showed her any attention.
Yeah, at 15 and a 20-year-old man is showing her attention and yeah. While dating, 2 or 3 times a month, they would go out to the woods and Cameron would hang her by leather straps to a tree and whip her.
God almighty.
She put up with it though because afterwards Cameron would show her a lot of love and affection, so she put up with the pain because she was getting all this affection from him. On the 18th of January 1975, Cameron and Janice got married in Reno, Nevada. During the first year of marriage, Janice became submissive to Cameron. He would take his torture further and further. Once he nearly drowned Janice.
God almighty.
He held a knife to her throat and had shown her a newspaper article about crucifixion and told her that if he ever killed her, that's how he would do it.
Oh, okay. Here's a heads up.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah. If it starts nailing you to a cross, sweetheart, you're in trouble.
So when Cameron started discussing getting a slave, she wasn't really against the idea because then she wouldn't cop all his torture.
Exactly.
Still not great of Janice,
No,
but you
it's
can
not.
see.
But you can see where her train of thought was coming from. But fuck me.
Cameron started to experiment more than the whippings with Colleen. He would string her up, burn her or administer electric shocks. Cameron and Janice would also have sex on top of the box that she was trapped in.
Why didn't Janice just at some point put a pillow over his fucking head when he was sleeping? Or
Who fucking knows?
she got the kid that she wanted. She could have just suffocated Dad, put a bit of poison in his tea. So many options, Janice.
Fucking read the room, Janice.
Yeah, Janice.
3 months after her capture, she was allowed to brush her teeth and have a bath.
Oh my God.
Imagine your teeth feeling after 3 months.
God.
Nothing nice came without a sadistic consequence from Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
He brought her upstairs for her first wash in 3 months.
Yeah.
He tied her hands behind her back, put duct tape over her eyes and mouth, and then tied her legs to a broomstick. He then dunked her face down into the bath. He proceeded to dunk her in and out of the bath at least 24 times, with also stopping to take photos.
Oh, God, you'd rather stay dirty downstairs.
Her hair was so matted that it was unable to be brushed, so Janice just cut it off.
Oh. Well, yeah, after
3 months of just sitting in putting a box on your head.
Yeah, that's right. It would have been better off just shaving your fucking head.
Well, they cut it off. After this, Colleen was allowed to have a bath once a month.
On her own or with cunt face there?
I'm assuming with cunt face there. One night in November, she was kidnapped in May. Now we're in November.
Christ.
She was taken to a small room under the stairs and was ordered to shell walnut. Then she eventually was forced to crochet and do macrame.
What, they have a local market stall going or what?
I think essentially like they were using her as a slave to...
Everything.
Yeah. She now had a routine which included spending all night in this room doing this work. Soon Christmas, New Year's and Colleen's 21st birthday passed.
Oh my God.
On the 25th of January 1978, Colleen was taken out of her box and her blindfold was removed. So for fucking...
Nearly 12 months.
Nearly 12 months, she's had a blindfold on.
Yeah.
She was told that a man from the company was upstairs. He handed her what looked like a legal document that was a contract, which said, Colleen Stan, hereafter known as Slave, and
oh my God.
Michael Powers, here known as Master. Hereafter known as Master. The contract was to sign herself over as a slave to him, but he'd put the name Michael Powers. So at this point, she didn't know his name was Cameron.
Yeah.
She thought it was
Michael
and I think I've got it, but like Michael and Janet Powers. The contract also included that her name would now be K. Powers, that she will obey the master and his assignments at once with diligence and enthusiasm and give her entire existence to any and all instructions or wishes that they may convey by voice, gesture, action, or any other method. She will always show the master the utmost respect, address him exclusively as sir or master.
God, I would have lasted about 3 fucking seconds and somebody would have killed me. I can't even be nice to the boss and he owns the company. Jesus Christ. I'm in trouble.
Place herself physically beneath him whenever feasible and only engage in conversation or engage in other activities with him with his consent. Got to make sure his consent is like taken into account in this. Not hers. She will always keep her female anatomy in a position that will show him that it is completely exposed to him. Specifically, she is not allowed to cross her legs in his presence, wear underwear at all, or cover any portion of her body with clothing or other materials unless he is specifically approved of the act of doing so and the item's design.
If that was me, I would have moved into the house with him, got a knife, and I would have slit my own fucking wrists.
Jesus.
That would have been a better option than living like this. Fuck that shit. Not a chance.
Well, Cameron explained that the company owned sex slaves and the ones that resisted were sent to a rented dungeon for training. He explained how Janice had been a slave at this place and he felt sorry for her, so he bought her and married her.
Oh, for God's sake.
He then told her about another slave in the company that ran away. She was tracked down to her family's home. Her mother was tortured.
So they've scared her into thinking she can do nothing about this.
The girl's fingers and toes were pulled off. Her arms and legs were amputated. And her hair was braided to suspend her from a ceiling and kept there until she died.
Bit extreme, but okay.
Bit much, Cameron, but
yeah,
right.
I think you went overboard, Cameron. I think just the fear factor of we're going to kill your parents and we're going to beat the fuck out of you would have been enough.
Cameron also told her that he had already paid the $1,500 to register her with the company. Like she's a fucking dog with the council.
God.
He then handed her a newspaper that had an article about how essentially powerful men and this company were getting women to sign themselves over as slaves, and it was all legal. I don't know where he got this fucking newspaper. Probably just printed up.
Yeah, exactly. He would have done it himself.
Colleen reluctantly signed this contract.
Bloody chap GPT, I tell you.
Those fucking AI newspapers.
Oh, my God.
Colleen reluctantly signed this contract, and I think she wrote like real scratchy, so it could be like, because if it was a legal contract, she can be like,
that's not my...
Yeah.
Yeah, they wouldn't know shit.
Then a collar with the name Kay was fastened around her neck. She was now allowed to sleep upstairs in the house for a period of time during the day where she had to perform chores while naked. But then Janice, the baby that they had, was now a little bit older, so Janice pushed for her to wear a nightgown around the house. During this time, while she was in the house, she found mail that had their real names on it. So now she knew their real names and where she was.
Oh, okay, good.
In
Starting
February,
to see a bit of light at this tunnel, hopefully.
yeah. Well, in February, she was blindfolded and tied to the couple's waterbed. Janice and Cameron both got on the bed and began kissing her body. Janice then left the room and Cameron raped her.
Of course he fucking did.
So February, this is the first time he's raped her.
Mm.
Like, everything else has just been torture. Like, nothing's been great, but...
No, but...
Cameron quickly wrapped up when he heard his wife crying and throwing up in the bathroom.
What a fucking caring husband.
From her little workshop under the basement stairs, she could hear things being moved around. She was then blindfolded and handcuffed and put into the car. The hookers had now moved. They were now on a larger property in a trailer. See, a trailer to me is like a caravan, but like trailers over there are quite, like they're mobile homes or whatever.
Yeah.
This house, however, did not have a basement, so he had nowhere to keep her. Cameron had created a double-lined box that fit under their waterbed.
Oh, my God.
And now she was kept there for the majority of the day.
Jesus.
Just in a box under their bed.
Under their bed.
This case is called The Girl in the Box.
Gee.
Well,
Good name, Megan.
Wonder how they got that.
Don't know. They probably sat around a table for ages coming up with it.
She was kept in a box. She's a girl. Girl in a box.
Girl in a box. We have a winner. My God.
Colleen was eventually allowed to work in the garden with Cameron, and their neighbours were led to believe that she was their live-in nanny.
Okay.
Colleen was told not to act like a slave if people came over, but to act as if...
How many people would have ever come over this shithole?
Like, they had people, like his brother, his family, her family. Like,
how the fuck? How did they get... Oh.
So she was told to act like she was a housekeeper or a nanny. Cameron told her that everyone that came over was part of the company, and if they knew that she was a slave, that they would want to borrow her. So obviously in her head, she's like, well, is he going to be worse than Cameron?
Yeah.
On this property, Cameron also built a shed that was used for his bondage and torture sessions with Colleen. He would strip her naked, blindfold her, string her up, and whip her. So every day, just in the box under the bed, and then
like I said,
come
while I
out.
was in the kitchen, I'd be getting a knife and just doing myself in.
After one torture session, Cameron told Colleen that she could say anything she liked to him. She was stunned and then asked him when he first realised that he wanted to hurt women. He told her that he was about...
Seriously, that was the first question she came out with?
That's what she thought.
Mine would have been, why are you such a cunt?
And then you probably would have got...
Another cat. Yeah, well, whatever. You were getting them anyway, so why are you such a miserable piece of shit that's so inadequate with women that you feel you've got to beat them up? There, Colleen, there's a good question for you.
Well, he told her that when he was about 5 or 6, he'd begun to draw pictures of women in bondage. She then...
5 or 6?
That's a bit young,
You wouldn't even know what that was.
Yeah. Well, Cameron is a sicko. She then asked
Clearly.
him what he would do if someone was doing this to his daughter. And he replied he would kill them.
Well, come on, Colin's dad.
She then asked him how he thought her father felt about what he was doing. He cut the conversation and she was put back in the box under the bed.
Of course he was. Did. Not was. I'm getting very angry. I'm sitting here with my arms folded. I've got the shits up. Got the shits up for Colleen at this point.
Colleen was also in her box when Janice gave birth to the couple's second daughter on the waterbed above her. They They did allow her to come out of the box to see the newborn, and then she went straight back in.
What did the other daughter, how old would the other daughter now be?
Toddler.
So wouldn't she be wondering where this woman appeared to and didn't appear to? Well, please hold.
Another Christmas and birthday went by, and
God.
it was now going into the start of 1979. So she went missing in May 1977. He started to give her little tests. She was made to run the...
If they weren't maths, you would have been in trouble.
I would have been like, look, just kill me. 12 times 12, just...
Not funny.
Here you go. Take me artery. I'm not going to get it. Pen and paper, that's not going to help, Cameron.
Give me a calculator or fuck off. Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, sorry. What were the tests?
She was made to run the circuit of the property, which he had timed, and if she came back too late, he was going to call the company. There was one time where a neighbour stopped her and tried to talk to her, and she's like, I've got to fucking go. He would take her out on a trail, and then she'd get out of the car, and she'd run next to his car.
Oh, my God.
She was too scared to try and escape, as she believed that the neighbourhood was all part of this company.
Yeah, of course. They tell them what they want to know.
Yeah.
Or what they need them to know.
Yeah, just to keep her there.
Yeah.
She started having dreams of being sold off to a new master that was worse than Cameron. She was also told that all the phones in the house were tapped by the company.
Oh, my God.
During one of her torture sessions, Cameron had ended up dislocating her shoulder, which she later knocked back into place by slamming it against the side of the box. Colleen was then tasked with digging a hole under one of the storage sheds and then lined it with bricks. Cameron told her that this was going to be her new home, and soon he would have more slaves to join her.
Oh, Jesus.
That year for Christmas, and
she got a slave for Christmas, did she?
And her 23rd birthday, Cameron asked what she wanted for a present.
To go home?
She asked for a Bible.
Not to go home.
Well, I don't think that was probably an option on the Santa list.
Well, I'm surprised you would have got her a Bible.
On the 11th of January 1980, she got her Bible.
Oh, my God.
Eventually, Colleen was so trusted that Cameron and Janice got jobs and left her alone with the two kids. So her kids just thought that she was... the
nanny.
the live-in nanny. Janice would bring work home, and Colleen would have to complete it. Her reward was that she no longer had to sleep in the box under the bed, but she was now allowed to sleep in a sleeping bag while chained to the toilet.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So during the day, she'd look after the kids.
Yeah, and then by night sleep near the toilet.
But the kids would think she would go home, but she'd be locked in their bathroom or under the bed.
I was going to say, obviously no one needed to piss during the night. I would have been no good. I would have stepped over about
I
40
think it might have been
times.
like an ensuite situation.
Yeah, no, it's still...
Anyway.
It's still fucked up in every direction.
Oh, yeah. Colleen eventually learnt that flattery really worked on Cameron, and she started telling him that she loved him and that she would write him love notes. So she's just like,
she's trying to play the game.
This?
Yeah, exactly.
She even went out to a bar with Janice, where Janice ended up sleeping with another man. Where she was just there like, oh, okay.
Janice,
Janice. Colleen was gaining the trust of her captors, even though she was still being whipped and tortured and put back in the box under the bed if she pissed them off. On Friday the 6th of June 1980, Cameron told Colleen that she could call home. He led her to a payphone and dialed her father's phone number.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Now you got me a little bit more interested.
This is a very interesting case. Her little sister Bonnie answered, and she talked with her for about 5 minutes before Cameron signalled for her to wrap it up. She was allowed to call her family 2 more times and wrote them letters. Each had to be short and not having a lot of information in them. After 2 years of digging the hole under the storage shed, Cameron now had a 10 by 10 foot bunker.
God almighty.
This was now going to be Colleen's new home, where she would eventually become the elder slave.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She had a single light bulb, a lawn chair, her sleeping bag, her Bible, and a radio. She climbed down the ladder, and Cameron pulled it up after she was down there.
That would have been enough for MacGyver to get out. I'm just saying. If MacGyver had been in that situation, he would have had enough equipment there
to get out.
He would have been able to
He'd be like, hey, Cameron,
escape.
I just need a paper clip as well.
Yeah, paper
Don't
clip.
worry about what it's for.
Paper clip and a bit of sticky tape.
Yeah.
MacGyver.
Patty and Selma's bra.
There you go. Off you go.
After it had rained for a few nights, the bunker was now knee-deep in water.
Oh, Jesus. And he still made her sleep there.
No, he got her out, and she was now back in the box under the bed. On Christmas Eve of 1980, Colleen was allowed to call her home and was able to send her half-sister a homemade baby blanket.
Did the family try and do anything?
I don't know what she was telling them about why she wasn't coming home.
But just the fact that if you got a call from your kid that's been kidnapped 4 or 5 years ago, all of a sudden you're getting rain of calls, you would assume the family's contacted the police and gone,
I think
we're getting calls.
Well, because she's over 18, she's contacting home. The police are going to be like, yeah, she ran away.
Possibly.
And I think the main theory from her family was that she went and joined a religious cult. So I don't actually know what was the conversation between her and the family.
So, all right.
And she said,
I don't buy that, Megan.
Well, and Cameron's...
I'm not impressed,
this
but...
company, and he said, like, all the phones are tapped, so, like, the company's listening to
you.
So for Christmas that year, she got a new sleeping bag.
Oh, well done.
By February 1981, Colleen was now sleeping on the living room floor, not chained to the toilet anymore.
Oh, my God.
In March, Cameron told her that the company had approved for her to have a face-to-face meeting with her family.
Seriously?
Yeah. He had to pay $30,000, though, as surety, and she had to go through some tests first.
What? Is there a group?
Just wait.
Oh, this is just... I'm getting a headache. I'm trying.
I'm trying, Grandpa.
I'm trying to focus, but I don't keep a long span on these things.
She was first taken to a barn, stripped naked, and about to be whipped when Cameron heard a person and a dog coming. It ended up being Cameron's father.
Oh.
And he had to be like, fucking hide. She then had to pretend to go on a bus trip home. She said goodbye to Janice and the 2 girls and got in Cameron's car, where he just drove around for a bit and then locked her in the shed before putting her back in the box under the bed.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
What did it... Oh.
Over the next few days, she was repeatedly hung up, whipped and tortured. Then was her final test. She had to put a shotgun in her mouth.
Oh, Jesus.
And pull the trigger.
Oh.
She did this without hesitation. And
she was hoping it was loaded.
But it was empty.
Yeah, fucking, she would have been dead on that. She would have been like, please, you've given me a gun. Just let me finish it.
On Friday the 20th of March, 1981, Cameron and Colleen got in the car in the early hours of the morning. Before heading to her family's home, they had to stop at the company headquarters building, and she would have to have a meeting with them. Cameron drove to a large high-rise building and told her to wait in the car. Then he came back and told her that it was her lucky day because they were too busy to meet with her.
Because there was no one fucking there.
After a 12-hour drive, they arrived at Colleen's father's house. Cameron told her that he would be staying in a nearby hotel with other members of the company. The house had been bugged and all the people in the neighbourhood would be watching her.
Oh, for God's sake. He's a real fucking mind game, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. But this was the first time in 4 years.
Yeah.
That she'd seen her parents, sister and other family members.
And they would have had a million questions for this poor kid to try and answer. And her thinking if she says one thing wrong, the doors are going to get kicked in and people are going to come from every fucking direction at him.
Yeah, well, she's been brainwashed for 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
They wanted to question her on where the hell she had been for the past 4 years.
That's what I just said.
But they also didn't want to say anything to push her away because, again, she could have run away.
Yeah.
She told them a pre-scripted story that her and Cameron had gone through, and they pretty much just left it at that. They were just like, okay.
Okay, cool story.
The next day, the family went to church, and once they arrived back, Colleen got a call from Cameron saying that he would be there in 10 minutes to collect her. When he arrived, Cameron introduced himself as Mike and that he was Colleen's fiancé.
Oh, did Colleen
was like,
worded that was happening?
No, this was a surprise to her.
And I'm guessing the parents thought, you've been here all night and you didn't mention it all.
Yep.
Weird.
Someone pulled out a camera and Colleen had to put her arm around Mike and pretend they were a couple. And there's a photo of those two together.
Ugh.
On their way back home, Colleen was overly expressed how grateful she was that he and the company let her see her family. When they arrived back to the hooker's home, Cameron raped her and then she was put back in the box under the bed. After this trip, Colleen's daily routine to what it was at the beginning. She was kept in the box for most of the day, only to come out for small meals and to be tortured.
God almighty. Poor girl.
Colleen was now pale, losing her hair. She had weighed 135 pounds or 61 kilos, and now she weighed 98 pounds or 44 kilos.
Jesus, should have been skin and bone.
This was
For
her
a grown
life.
woman.
Yeah. This was her life for another 3 years. This is why we need to start videoing. You just we do like a stress ball or something.
Oh, fucking need something. Look, me fucking heart monitor's going off on your laptop again.
One summer, the Hooker family left for a couple of days, and Colleen was left in the box with some water and a packet of cookies. Nutritious and delicious.
Yeah, but she would have need to piss, poop.
Oh, she had like in the box, it was like a little bedpan kind of situation.
Yeah, but you're in a fucking box under a bed. You're
Yes.
not standing up, moving around, sitting on the bloody potty.
Well, they left her for a couple of days. The temperature had gotten to 120 degrees Fahrenheit,
Oh, my God.
which is about 48 degrees Celsius, and she couldn't take being stuck in the box. She managed to kick so much that the door broke and she was able to get out.
Good.
When Cameron returned
Oh,
home,
shit.
she was still just in the house. He fixed the door and there was no extra punishment.
That surprises me.
Well, I think this showed him that she was able to get out of the box, but she
Didn't run
leave.
away. Well, it scared the fuck out of the thought
Yeah.
of leaving home.
Probably thinks
Leaving the
fucking
home, I should
snipers
say.
or something.
Yeah.
In October 1983, Cameron had fixed up the slave bunker under the shed and Colleen was moved there again. Unfortunately, not long after this, Cameron's daughters and his niece had explored the shed and lifted up the trap door and found Colleen in this fucking bunker.
Oh, Jesus.
This resulted in Colleen being back in the box.
How
For some reason,
did they explain that to the kids?
I have no fucking idea.
Oh, so many questions.
For some reason, by late 1983, Cameron had stopped raping Colleen. Now, Colleen and Janice were getting closer. Janice would let Colleen out of the box and they would study the Bible together. In January 1984, Colleen was now having to get her appearance back as Cameron wanted her to get a job to bring in money. By that May, she got a job as a cleaner in a nearby motel. The roller coaster of her living arrangements continued. She was now allowed to sleep on the floor in the living room again. She would be dropped off at her job in the morning, or sometimes she was allowed to ride her bike.
God almighty.
She and Janice would go to church together. She was even allowed to go out for short periods of time by herself.
Wow.
Colleen was now
And
possibly...
as you said, the guy was only 3 years older than her.
Yeah. It's not like a huge
Yeah, it's
age
not like
gap.
some 40-year-old man playing mind games with a 19-year-old. It was a 24-year-old fucking around with a 21-year-old.
Well, now it was, instead of Colleen being viewed as a slave, they thought she was now being viewed as a second wife.
Oh, is that how my sister wife shit started, is it?
Probably. Probably not. They're not all related. On the 9th of August 1984, Janice picked up Colleen from work. She then proceeded to tell Colleen that there was no company, Cameron was a liar, and she wanted to divorce Cameron. Then the two decided they both needed to escape.
Oh, about time, dipshit. What, this has taken this silly bitch how long? 10 years to work this out.
7.
No, 10 years to work out she wanted out.
Oh, yeah.
But this poor kid's been with him for 7 years as part of the game.
Yeah. They went to their church and told the pastor everything and started to plan their escape. That night, they returned home and acted normal. They both believed if Cameron found out what they were planning, he would murder them. So on the next morning, while he was at work, they packed all their belongings. Janice and her 2 daughters went to her parents' house, and Colleen called her dad from a payphone and he wired her money for a bus ticket. That evening, Cameron pulled up at Janice's parents' house. She went
Shit.
outside to talk to him, and about an hour later, she came back inside and he left. She then told her parents everything. While Colleen was waiting at the bus stop, she rang Cameron. Colleen told him that she knew everything had been a lie, she was leaving, and there was nothing he could do about it. She arrived home and told her family that she had been held captive for 7 years. She did spare them the details about the box and the torture and...
She shouldn't have.
Oh, well. Janice had pleaded...
Should have told Dad. Dad could have got in his car and fucking driven straight there. I know that's what I
Yeah.
would have done.
Janice had pleaded with Colleen not to tell police.
Oh.
Hold...
Mm-hmm.
To give Cameron a chance to turn his life
Oh,
around.
fuck right off. That prick's not turning anything around.
She did. She didn't tell the police.
Oh, Jesus
This
Christ.
is a roller coaster of a case.
This is just, it gets me angry.
Cameron tried to keep in contact with Colleen, even on one occasion calling her, asking her how to make a tuna sandwich.
Oh, for God's sake.
Colleen realised that he had depended on her and Janice so much that he didn't even know how to do basic things.
Well, let him starve to death. I've got no problem.
She also kept in contact with Janice and found out that she had gone back to try and save their marriage.
Oh, you stupid woman.
3 months later, Colleen received a call from Janice that she had left Cameron again, and this time she called the police.
Oh, good.
Janice called the police.
Yeah.
Detectives came to Colleen's house and spoke with her for over 3 hours.
Thought it would have been about 3 days to write everything down.
Wow. Yeah.
Don't hear me like that, miss.
Yeah.
Don't hear me like that, missy.
They took down her statement and took photos of all of her scars that she'd
imagine.
accumulated over the 7 years of captivity. During their interviews with Janice, she told detectives that just over a year before Colleen was kidnapped, Cameron had abducted another woman.
Okay, and where's she buried?
18-year-old Marie Elizabeth Marliz was her nickname. Marliz, like Marie Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Spanhack went missing in 1976. She was last seen on the 31st of January 1976 after walking home from a flea market. Cameron and Janice had given her a lift in their car, and when he put a box over her head. Janice explained to detectives that Cameron took Marliz down to the basement, but she kept screaming. That's when Cameron slit her throat and cut her vocal cords.
Jesus Christ, so he wasn't lying when he said it to...
Yeah, no. As they could not stop the bleeding and they couldn't really take her to the hospital, Cameron tried to kill her with a pellet gun. When this didn't work, Cameron strangled her to death and apparently buried her in a shallow grave. Her body has never been found.
How's it never been found? I suppose he hasn't confessed where it was, but obviously she didn't know where he buried him.
Yeah, I think he's just like,
her,
look, I'm going to go deal with this.
Yeah.
Cameron Hooker was arrested and charged with 16 felonies, including kidnapping, rape, false imprisonment, forced oral copulation, sodomy, and penetration with a foreign object. The case went...
And I hope someone in prison returned the favour with a big foreign object.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The case went to trial and Janice was given full immunity to testify against Cameron.
Well, that's a bit... that's not right either.
No.
I know she was also going through the hell.
Traumatised and yeah.
But fuck off. You fucking stitch this other person up so you could be left alone. So you're not as bad, but you're definitely fucking evil too.
During the trial, the jury was shown 140 pieces of evidence, such as the head box, his torture
all these photos, I'm guessing,
and the photographs he took of Colleen.
Mm-hmm. So do listen.
You do listen. Cameron's prosecution tried to spin the story that Colleen was a willing participant.
Oh, yeah, you could tell by the box over her fucking head and everything tied up that she was right into it. Were the photos thumbs up? Stupid fucking lawyers.
That it was all consensual.
Oh, yep, sounds it.
And that she could have left at any time.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, except for the brainwash of being threatened that every man in the street would probably shoot her the minute she walked out the front door.
And...
Oh, here we go.
That Janice and Colleen were now in a relationship.
Oh.
And they were conspiring against him.
Oh, right.
To have him put in jail so that they could live happily ever after.
Okay, of course.
The jury took 2.5 days to find Cameron.
I was waiting for you to say 2.5 hours to find him.
Wow, to go through everything.
Guilty.
They found Cameron.
You say not guilty, I'm going to go off my fucking head.
Guilty.
Oh, fuck.
And he was sentenced to 104 years in prison.
Oh, good. So is he still there now or is he dead?
The judge said, I consider the defendant the most dangerous psychopath I've ever dealt with.
Yep.
In that he is the opposite of what he seems. He will be a danger to women as long as he is alive.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron became eligible for parole in 2015, but it was denied.
How was it eligible for
I don't know.
If he was there for 100 and something years, surely he had to do a good stint of that before you're up for parole.
What he did?
What?
30-something years.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter.
Anyway, his next parole hearing will be in 2030.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Oh, no, he's still alive. Sorry. I thought he's still alive, so if he lives that long. He'll be 77.
What's his full name?
Hold on, I've got like 2 more paragraphs
Oh,
left.
okay.
In 2008, it was reported that Colleen was now living in Northern California and working as a secretary. She'd been married a couple times and was now raising her 2-year-old grandson.
She married a couple of times after everything. God, I would have stayed away from men.
In a report in 2021, Colleen told Oxygen that every year on the 10th of August, her and her family have a party on the beach to celebrate the day she escaped.
Oh, my God.
And that is the Colleen Stan story. The girl in the box? Yeah, girl in the box. His name is Cameron Hooker.
Is that the creepy one with the part on his...
Lady, I don't know my glasses. They're sitting on the
they're
floor.
on the floor where you dropped them.
Did you look at the photo of them with these...
with her arms around his neck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine having to pretend in front of your family that you are with this man.
But he's not even attractive that you'd go...
Yeah, he's like a fucking nerdy looking wanker.
It looks like they should have been able to take him and at any point beat the fuck out of him,
Like-
except he had the mind games over him thinking that every other person in the street knew all about everything.
Even the hairline, though. But yes, that is the story of Colleen Stan. You can follow us on Instagram at mainly_murder, or you can...
Just get angry with me.
Yeah, you're very angry.
All these stories make me angry.
Well,
And you wonder why I prefer Hallmark. Dog never makes you angry in a Hallmark movie.
I said what I said.
I said what I said and I meant it.
Anyway, follow us on, did that. Email us, mainlymurderpodcast@gmail.com. You can join our Patreon and you'll get extra bonus episodes like our little video at the Melbourne jail. Old Melbourne Gaol. Anyway, buy us coffee. Rate us on podcasts. Things, apps, Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
God.
I'm okay. We've got a whole nother case to do as well.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wake up, kid. Wake up.
No, hopefully he sleeps.
Nan needs to go home to some peace
You'll
and
be
quiet.
back tomorrow as well.
Oh, fuck.
Da 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 da.
All right.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Fuck off.
Fuck you.
I didn't
You'll
say
fucking
fuck.
fight about it? Outside, come on.
What is it you can't face?
You're a cunt face.
Hey, I was quoting The Sound of Music. Don't be so rude.